access justice. And in other news, President Lazarus Achakwera encourages Malawians to register for next year's general elections. We have these and many other stories. Please do stay with us. Chairperson Annabel Mtalimanja has said voting has started well in the local government by-elections today. In Blantyre, 9 people are contesting for the position of Chilaweni Ward. Speaking at Mapazi Primary School, Mtalimanja said she anticipated people to come to the centers in large numbers to cast their vote. A total of 10,422 registered voters are expected to vote. And in Mangoji, Malawi Electoral Commission MEC Commissioner Richard Chapweteka has expressed satisfaction with the voter turnout for Mwasa Ward by-elections in the district. In an interview, Chapweteka says the commission is hoping that over 70% of the registered voters would cast their votes. He says MEC is holding these last by-elections using the new electoral laws, which among other things provide that voting should be closed at 4 p.m. Now, Democratic Progressive Party DPP councillor Joseph Makwinja has been elected the new mayor for Blantyre City. Makwinja will be the city's mayor for the next 14 months. In a closely contested election held at the Blantyre City Council chambers, Makwinja defeated Gertrude Jirambo with 16 votes to 14. He has since pledged to hit the ground running.
Appeal is to all people that registered in the 2 wards, that's Mwasa and Chilaweni, to turn up in large numbers to elect their councillor. Centers will open from 6 a.m. and they close at 4 p.m. If it happens that by 4 p.m. People are still on the queue, those ones will not be sent back. They will be allowed to vote. But anyone else who comes after 4 p.m. will not be allowed to join the queue, despite there being people on the queue, but will not be allowed because they have come after the closing time. Counting of votes will start immediately after close of polling, or when the last person to be on the queue before 4 p.m. has cast his or her vote.
During the election, councillors also elected Isaac Jomo Osman, another DPP councillor, as the new deputy mayor. Osman defeated closest contender Fani Baraba Kanojerera by 11 votes to 10. Here is what Osman told journalists after his victory.
I'm just starting a journey. To start a journey is easy, but to finish it is where a problem comes from. First of all, I want to thank God that I have elected to be the deputy mayor of Blantyre City, and because of being elected, it's going to help young and street kids who grew up from the street. When they see me like their model, and I'll try to fix some of the problems that we have in the street. You know, people in Blantyre always cries because of the challenges that they are facing because of the street kids. So to me, being chosen to become a deputy mayor, I'll try to work hard so that we should achieve, or I can help the young ones from the street to understand I am a street kid. So because of that controversy, it's going to help the city council to achieve whatever they are looking.
Many vulnerable Malawians are still facing challenges to access justice due to shortage of lawyers at the Malawi Legal Aid Bureau. Times has established that the Bureau has 48 lawyers who are handling more than 25,000 cases. 16,000 cases out of the 25,000 cases are civil, while 9,000 are criminal. Pempero Malimba has more in this report.
The Bureau's director, Trabo Karua, said the problem is affecting their quest to providing quality services to those in need. He said the Bureau requires the services of more than 100 lawyers to effectively handle the cases.
Our staff complement in terms of the legal officers is about 48, close to 50 lawyers that we have. We would love if that number was doubled, even 100 lawyers. That would give us comfort in terms of the workload that we are currently dealing with.
Meanwhile, Public Appointments Committee of Parliament Chairperson Joyce Chitsulo said the committee will engage the Department of Human Resource Management and Development and strive to improve the working conditions of personnel at the Bureau. On his part, Parliamentary Committee on Legal Affairs Chairperson Peter Dimba expressed concern over the development. Dimba observed that the inadequacy of the lawyers at the Bureau affects access to justice by the less privileged, as many people seeking legal representation from the Bureau may not be assisted. He, however, expressed the committee's commitment to help in reducing the burden. Malawi Legal Aid Bureau operates in at least 21 offices across the country.
President Lazarus Chakwera has encouraged all eligible Malawians to register for next year's general elections once the registration exercise starts in September. Chakwera made the remarks in Monkey Bay after appreciating the newly constructed Monkey Bay to Cape Maclear Road. Johannes Simon has filed this report, which is being read by Sam Banda Jr.
The president says Malawi's democracy is peaceful and growing. However, he says Malawians need to be taking part in voting process in order to democratically choose their representative. He says Malawi's democracy cannot develop if eligible people are not taking part in voting process. The president encouraged all players to be peaceful and recognize that democracy promotes diversity of views. Commenting on the infrastructure developments going on in this country, Chakwera says his government is not in the business of constructing roads and other projects that will not stand the test of time. He says his government has made mandatory that all roads that are being constructed in the country are following modern standards that necessitate durability. Speaking earlier at Jalasi in Namwera after touring the estate, Chakwera reiterated his administration's commitment to stimulate Malawi's agricultural sector through serious irrigation farming and technologies as a way of increasing the country's crop production. He says that his government acknowledges the challenges faced by the agricultural sector due to erratic rainfall patterns and natural calamities. Hence, he assured people in Malawi that his administration will prioritize food security as a catalyst for development. In his remarks, Senior Chief Jalasi commended the president for his dedication to the development of Mangochi and Malawi at large. Jalasi appeals to the president to reach out to people who are facing hunger due to dry spell that affected the country.
Vice President Michael Usi on Sunday this week sent warning shots to lazy civil servants whom he says are sabotaging government's efforts. Usi was sounding the warning during a visit to Golden Village Traditional Authority Chikumbu in Mulanje. Thomas Kajere reports.
Usi, who said his visit was just to interact with people, said Malawians are going through some challenges because of some unpatriotic citizens.
When you are given a task, or indeed you have applied for a job, it's an agreement. You want to achieve the given goals, the desired futures. Now, if you are not relevant to that cause, then the best thing is for you to be fired or for you to leave. President Chakwera has always emphasized the need to have dialogue, to explain, to motivate, which is good.
According to one of the members who spoke before the vice president, they were being asked by some UTM officials to shun the meeting. Reacting to this, Usi denounced intra-party fights currently rocking UTM and promised to promote unity.
I ask God to forgive them, number one. Number two, let them know that that's not good. And I will not fight them. Such issues we discuss in the boardroom. What they have done or what they attempted to do should not be condoned. But I thank God that people turn out large numbers as they have done because they know the truth. And let me say this, some are saying I am the acting president of UTM. No, I am the president of UTM.
The vice president said he will promote unity among Malawians regardless of their party colors.
wa DPP waife odi Achakwera, wa MCP waife di Achakwera, wa UTM waife di Achakwera, wa Ford waife di Achakwera, kwa wachipani chandika UDF ose olosa pemperayo olopanda chipani atani kwadi.
He said he will ensure that the less privileged get loans and food aid.
Ngati Achakwera anduuza kuti kafikira anthu osauka ndalama zipite kwene koko ine ndikanena kuti ayi kandi vanobadisira tisokoneze kutoka kugwira ngangotera ngangotera ngangotera.
You're watching the news on Times TV. We'll be back with more after this break.
You have all your MASM information in one place. With the MASM mobile app, all MASM members register on the MASM mobile app. Download the app from Apple Store or Google Play Store. Install and open. Click register to register. Enter your membership number. The default membership number has 9 digits. If you don't succeed, try 11 digits. Choose your name, password, and OTP destination. Remember, when adding your mobile number, 265, not plus 265. You can also register with your email address easily and keep updated with your MASM account right in the palm of your hand. For more information, email infodesk@masm.mw or visit www.masm.mw.
Introducing FlyX Win Boost, Betway's latest crash game. Bet and blast off with wins that can boost as high as 300%. Exclusive to Betway.
Welcome back. Still in the news of smart tablets by learners in primary schools across the country. The tablets are being distributed for learning under the Building Education Foundation through Innovation and Technology Program. Through the program, the Ministry of Education is giving learners tablets for literacy and numeracy supplementary lessons. Witness Achakwera has more in this report, which is being read by Sam Kalimira.
Northern Education Division Chief Education Quality Assurance Officer Sam Hobby said the program has potential to revolutionize reading and writing for learners at an early stage. Hobby, however, said it is unfortunate to note that many schools are struggling to maintain and utilize the tablets, which reduces their lifespan. He made the remarks during a benefit open day ceremony held at Holera Primary School in Mzimba District, which was organized by the program's implementation support partner Ulalo organization.
At this school, I've said it's a model school. They've got great care. They've got a great way how they're handling the tablet. The community is well involved. They even have a guard that is employed, is paid for by the community to look after the security of the tablets.
In his remarks, District Project Supervisor for Ulalo in Mzimba North, Aaron Manda, said the program, to run for 6 years, has reached out 99 schools with tablets. Manda added that the tablets play a crucial role in early education by facilitating reading and writing skills for learners in standard 1 to 4.
They have improved in terms of reading skills. They have improved in terms of numerical skills. At the same time, even the self-confidence themselves. You saw some of the learners that are able to come in front and able to present a poem in English. It's something that they are learning from the BFIT program.
Commenting on the same, head teacher for Horera Primary School, Ziisa Ndovi, said the coming in of the BFIT program has reduced absenteeism.
Repeaters, the number were increasing, but if reaching so far as now as in introduction for BFIT session, it has changed the level of learners in terms of capacity in learning.
BFIT program is expected to reach 6,000 primary schools in the country by 2029.
Shortages of mental health professionals remain one of the major challenges affecting efforts towards mental wellness in the country. A report by the Ministry of Health also indicates that Malawi continues to face high incidences of mental health problems, including suicide. Where's Gosi reports.
Speaking at a stakeholders meeting on mental health awareness organized by Global Health Corps on Monday in Lilongwe, Minister of Health, Deputy Director of Curative and Medical Rehabilitation, Jonathan Chiwanda Banda, confirmed the challenges of human resources in the field. He noted, however, that the country is training new specialists.
So issues of human resource as a challenge is cross-cutting across all the spine of health system. Specifically for mental health, is that the ministry and the government have been training what we call mental health clinicians and nurses. Almost each and every district has got at least 2 to 3, a minimum of healthcare providers in that district, but they're not enough.
Global Health Corps Country Director Simon Simkoko emphasized the need for a joint effort in combating mental health issues in the country.
The expectation for us is around collaboration. We want to bring these stakeholders in one place. You know, we have many prayers, but most of these prayers, they are having different programming that are independent.
The Minister of Health reported a rise in suicidal behaviors between 2019 and 2024, with 881 cases of suicide reported from January to June 2024 alone.
St. John of God Hospital Services has called for more resources towards early childhood development. The organization says improving infrastructure in the sector can lead to better learning outcomes for children. Witness Chibwere has more in this report read by Sam Kalimira.
Speaking during a graduation ceremony of learners from Ntuza CBCC, which was organized by St. John of God and Save the Children in Mzimba District, St. John of God Programs Manager Christopher Muhone said allocating more resources towards infrastructure development for CBCCs does not only provide a conducive learning environment but also contribute to learners' physical growth and mental well-being. Muhone said access to good infrastructure, resources such as books and educational tools and technology can significantly improve the learning experience.
Unfortunately, as a country, this is an area that we have not invested much. All of it is dependent on the goodwill of the people, especially the volunteers and the chiefs, to say our village should have this. But as a country, we need to make sure that the government puts in a lot of efforts in terms of investments in ECD.
Commenting on the matter, District Social Welfare Officer from Mzimba South, Bernard Nangwale, admitted that a childhood development sector is facing funding gaps. Nangwale, however, said the Ministry of Gender has developed guidelines that will facilitate financing windows from local authorities.
As I speak, the Ministry of Gender has developed what we call devolution guidelines and plans. This is to say that they want to see to it that the ECD function is devolved to the district council.
In his remarks, Inkosi Kampingo Siwande encouraged parents to continue sending their words to ECD centers.
We need to educate our children as they are still young. It's a very crucial point because for every journey we need to have a good start, a good initiative.
At least 51 learners graduated.
Hunger Project Malawi Country Manager Grace Chigowi has underscored the need for community collaboration in achieving self-reliance. Chigowi said this on Wednesday during the handover ceremony of Majete 2 Epicenter to community members at Jabananga in Chikwawa. Gift Sitima has the details in this report read by Chisomo Jihana.
The Majete 2 self-reliance celebration started with a tour of the project site. Speaking after the handover, Chikowi stressed that involving community members fosters confidence, mindset change and ownership.
The Hunger Project believes that the community are the agent of their own change. So if we want meaningful change, it is very important to trust the community members to lead the process. So from the beginning, this has been our 8-year journey with these communities. So we have been working with them from the very beginning, empowering them to take over responsibilities and lead the processes. So you have seen that we have these beautiful structures here. It was a partnership between us and the community.
Chikwawa District Council Chairperson Wyson Bush said the project aligns with Malawi 2063 vision goal of promoting self-reliance among citizens. Whitford Kalipinde, who is the board chairperson for Tugurulatu Community Organization, said they are happy that they have been given a chance to manage the facility.
We will make sure to put a lot of rules and regulations that will see the thing to be properly run. More especially, we will instill discipline among the executive committee so that they should be very responsible enough. Plus, the community itself will make sure to have some round meetings with the community so that they should take care of the center.
Frank Chafulumila, who represented Senior Chief Japananga, urged chiefs and community members to avoid theft and vandalism of property. Over 12,000 households from 28 villages are benefiting from the center, which offers services such as technical and vocational skills training, pass-on goat programs, as well as the establishment of community food bank, hall, nursery school, library, and lodge structures.
Now in international news, after weeks of speculation and intense pressure from within his own Democratic Party, U.S. President Joe Biden's decision to end his re-election campaign and endorse Vice President Kamala Harris as his successor sent shockwaves across the nation on Sunday. VOA's Richard Green has more on how Biden's withdrawal reshapes the 2024 race for the White House.
People lined the streets outside the White House Sunday evening, hours after President Biden's announcement, with many expressing their support for his decision.
For me, President Biden was the greatest climate president that we've had, and he delivered an opportunity for us to stop climate change, and I'll be forever grateful for that.
I'm very fond, if that's the right word, of Joe Biden and what he's done, and I would like him to be remembered as a really great president, and I was sort of afraid that his frailty would detract from that.
Biden was already trailing former Republican President Donald Trump in voter opinion surveys before the nationally televised debate last month. His frail and confused appearance sparked fears among congressional Democrats and other influential party leaders that the 81-year-old Biden would not only lose the rematch against his 2020 opponent, but bring down other Democratic candidates in key House and Senate races. Gary Schmidt, a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute Policy Research Group, says Biden's withdrawal may have resurrected his party's chances, but it brings up other challenges as well.
The real question is whether Kamala Harris, who's a liberal Democrat from California, will have electoral strength in places like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, which the Democrats need to win to hold on to the presidency.
Peter Loge, an associate professor of media and public affairs at George Washington University, says Harris is facing another uphill battle with just 4 months to go before the election.
Part of the polling that we're seeing now about Vice President Harris is she's not named Joe Biden, because most people don't know her. She was elected statewide in California twice. She's very smart. She's sharp. She's a prosecutor. She's run obviously nationally when she ran with Biden for vice president. So she knows what she's doing, and Democrats largely know her, but she doesn't have the national profile that obviously President Trump or President Biden does.
Harris vowed to do everything in her power to unite the Democratic Party and the nation to defeat Trump in November. She attracted scores of endorsements from fellow Democrats, including several who could challenge her nomination at next month's convention in Chicago. But Gary Schmidt says the outcome is not a foregone conclusion.
I mean, perhaps you don't want a convention that's completely wide open, because then it tears the party apart as opposed to rallying around one particular candidate. On the other hand, there's probably a lot of Democratic pollsters who are wondering whether Kamala Harris really is the best choice.
Handshake, please.
Richard Green, VOA News.
Well, that's the news for now, but before we go, the headlines again. Voting starts in local government by-elections. Thousands of vulnerable Malawians are still facing challenges to access justice. And in other news, President Lazarus Chakwera encourages Malawians to register for next year's general elections. You can get more on these and other stories by visiting www.times.mw, liking and following our Facebook page, Times 360 Malawi, X at Times 360 Malawi, and by subscribing to 1895 by dialing star 1895 hash. I'm Tabi Kamangala Munifumbo. Goodbye.